Let's watch this video.
It's literally all the people that normally yell at me, but they're yelling at him instead. So in many respects, I just want to be like in the corner, like, oh yeah, isn't that crazy? What's happening there? But of course, I can never shut the up.
The biggest issue we'll all be dealing with for the rest of our lives is wealth inequality. And there's a few ways to combat it. One, be the
Fucking right wing, dude.
small percentage of people who get rich, have financial freedom, and then ignore the big stinking mess in the room with all of us. Two, change the system in which wealth inequality thrives. And three, bitch about it on Twitter. And today we're talking about the latter, specifically about MrBeast, who's been under some fire, and I think it all circles back to wealth inequality. But let's go to where it all started a month ago when he uploaded a video called 1,000 Blind People See for the First Time, where he fixed people who had like an issue, I think cataracts. Anyway, I never made a video about this, even though there was a lot of drama on Twitter about it, because I thought
Denims in
this
chat.
is just Twitter trolls.
Speaking of trans people,
and also Charlie made
I
a
got my
video.
second
And
endo appointment on April. White people happy. Also, trans people are cool and deserve to play sports in the category they identify with. DNL.
encapsulated all my thoughts in a single sentence.
But yeah, thumbnail aside, I think what he's done is a good thing.
Brave. I love that guy. That's the GOAT right there. But it didn't end. It didn't end for MrBeast in his troubles with Twitter. A week or 2 weeks later, he posted this: I need your help. Next time you see Feastables in Walmart, soon to be retailers, if you could clean up the presentation, make it look better, that'd make me happy. Feastables, of course, is, 8-9 figure company that's competing against Hershey's. Make the display look better so the marketing efforts are a little better, so I sell a little more. That's the idea. And look, I can't complain. I am no stranger to mobilizing my viewer base for my own gain. I had my car stolen.
Okay, dog. Asking your viewers to help track down your car is a little different than like
Very
being
different.
a chocolate manufacturer. Like, I'll defend MrBeast when it's like when he's on the receiving end of like unjustifiable criticism or Twitter chirping, yada yada, and there's plenty of that, and I'm sure he'll get to that. But this is wild. No.
And then I had an army of Ludbuds roaming around Silmar, Los Angeles, trying to locate it, and they did, and I have it back, and thank you. But this rubbed people the wrong way, and so there was a few memes made about it. I caught this man after his shoulder brushed a Feastables display, and one of your chocolates fell to the ground. He's pleading for mercy, but I do not believe he's truly sorry. How shall I deal with him, sir? 130K likes. Take that, MrBeast. This guy, brave. Okay, that's like when they handed the Pepsi to Kendall Jenner. 30K likes. And then this is just a made up post. From $8 an hour, mini Beast product zoner. I'm all for dunking on me, but no need to spread lies. It's real. I would never spread lies as a journalist. The thing is, I have to agree because I am a journalist and I also would never do that. And it just seems like he's getting a lot of shit. So he did, in typical MrBeast fashion, a big donation to show how grateful I am to everyone that helped tidy things up. I'm going to donate. That's titty. That's this titty, not tidy. To tidy things up, I'm going to donate $100,000 to charity. What charity should I donate to? Appreciate y'all. But I feel like the people on Twitter, they're not really biting on that. We can kind of prove that they don't really care about the money being donated because they think it's nefarious to some degree with this most recent controversy that's been happening over the past day, where
MrBeast is now Twitter's main character. That's it. He's the main villain. I swear there are more people defending him from hate than people actually hating on his philanthropy. No, that's not true. There are plenty of people who are ripping into him. Come on, be real. I low-key don't even want to say anything because like it's literally all the people that normally yell at me. It's literally all the people that normally yell at me, but they're yelling at him instead. So in many respects, I just want to be like in the corner, like, oh yeah, isn't that crazy? Wild, what's happening there? But of course, I can never shut the fuck up. The chocolate thing, not defensible. Okay, ridiculous. Only done because MrBeast. Only done because MrBeast is completely oblivious to how that looks, what that means, why that's like not acceptable.
I would even argue that MrBeast does it on purpose. I would argue that MrBeast, he likes the fact that it gets him attention. And his perspective is, I mean, I think every single person that is the size that MrBeast is saw Andrew Tate, and they saw Andrew Tate's rise to like fame, and they were like, what if we did this? Because for every hater you get like 10 people who love you. It means literally the same thing for Andrew Tate. For every person that watched his video that hated him, he had 10 people who watched his video who loved it. So every single hater still just like pushes more of the content. Also, yeah, in Andrew Tate's example, or in Andrew Tate's instance or whatever, misogyny sells. You know?
Okay. Why is it so hard for people to not see MrBeast as a poverty porn businessman? His actions are profit intended, not fixing things out of the goodness of his heart. We are not going to get to the philosophy of truly altruistic. We are not going to have a philosophical conversation here at twitch.tv.
Yeah, MrBeast is way smarter than than a lot of people give him credit for. Way, 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 way smarter.
Altruism and whether it really exists or doesn't exist. So because ultimately it doesn't matter. You have to, I guess technically I am doing philosophy when I say this. Not really, but technically you just have to look at the outcomes. And if you want to look at the intentions beyond the outcomes, you have to look at the full picture, the clearer picture, maybe even compare it against comparable content creators, what they do, what they don't do. Okay? I understand the icky feeling that a lot of people get when they watch this kind of content, because in a lot of instances, this is like it's shining a light on a lot of the wealth inequality that is systemic, and it is a one magnanimous guy. Tune in next week for Meta Ethics Mondays, better than Marketing Mondays, if you know what I mean. Okay? I kind of think the 100K donation after that feels a little icky, but it's still 100K. So / why is it not acceptable to ask your friends? Because it's like asking for free labor that directly leads to...
Also, like, something else that isn't considered is that, and I'm not saying that, again, for some reason, there's always people that come... Well, okay, let's start from the beginning. If you type in this damn chat, I don't get why people are so mean to MrBeast. He's doing a good thing. You are missing the point. We're not talking about that. No one disagrees that donating money to poor people is good, that giving people vision is good. No one is disagreeing with you. No one. Literally no one. There is no one that is saying that he should stop doing good things, okay? All right. Now, first time in this chat, welcome, Ebar. This is the thing. This is it. This is the problem, though. I don't feel like we talk about the fact that it's his whole brand to do this. Like, he's doing it for the content, you know? And I've talked to other content creators about him, people who know a lot more about YouTube than I do, and they've explained it to me in very simple terms. He sees a market that exists, which is the philanthropic YouTuber. And for people who don't know, MrBeast was someone who he's been trying to get YouTube He's been trying to get YouTube off the ground for like a fucking decade. Like this, he knew that he wanted to be a YouTuber, and his opinion was, what do I do that will make me rich and famous? How do I get that? And he tried a fuck ton of things, and the philanthropic one is the one that actually stuck. And so he was like, okay, well, I need to corner this market. I need to be the person that's doing this in the biggest, most insane way that nobody watches my competition. What is the most absurd shit that I can do? And that's his entire thought process, which, like, again, here's the thing. I'm glad that he's helping those people, but you have to recognize he's not helping those people because he's like, I'm a great guy that loves people. You know, he is doing it because he's content brained, which is fine. I just think we should all accept that he's doing it because it's content brained, because he sees that, like, this is a market. He sees that this is the market that he can take over. He sees that he knows how to make that content, and that's it. you know?
The profits. Yes, exactly. Nobody's talking about altruism though. People are talking about him using poor people for profit. It's like videos, recording drive-through employees for content. That's a really good question. That's a really good statement.
Sorry, I was muted. I don't know. The question was, does he make more money than he donates? He donates a fraction of his wealth. A fraction. His YouTube videos get him like millions of dollars. I'm pretty sure if you can get like a sponsor for your YouTube video and it hits 100 million views, you're making like insane amounts of money. I think the last time I Googled it, his like annual net income was estimated to be like $20 million. He donates a fraction of his money. A fraction. Okay, I'm going to repeat this sentiment a lot of times because I know this topic, it causes the same response over and over again. And I get that and I understand. So I'm going to just repeat my sentiment over and over and over again. He's a content creator first. Charity is good regardless, though. Yes. No one here is saying that he should stop donating. No one here is saying that he's evil. No one here is saying that he's bad. All that we're saying is he has a brand and his brand is to perform this philanthropic content creator. And that's what he does. No one is saying that he should stop donating money. No one is saying that he's a horrible, evil monster. He's literally the devil. We're just saying that he does it for the content, guys. Okay? He does it for the content. People who do charity because they genuinely want to help people are never going to be people that are famous. The sad reality is that I've met so many people who do mutual aid. And those people, because they spend so much time helping other people, they will never be famous. They don't dedicate enough time to creating a platform. I have met people like I've done this much mutual aid, okay? And I would like to be at the point where I can actually do a lot of mutual aid and actually use my platform for a lot of good. And it's especially in terms of mobilizing people to go do mutual aid. And from those experiences, I have met people who have dedicated their lives to helping people. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I have a case. I'm a caseworker for this person. I won't be available. Let's see, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'm gonna be busy. Yeah, I'm helping this this couple find shelter because they don't want to live on the street, and so we're currently trying to look at places that maybe we can help subsidize for them. And then we're going to try and help them get some interviews and stuff to get them back on their feet. So I'm going to be busy this weekend. Like, that's what those people do. They spend like hours of their own time helping other people get back on their feet. People who are actually charitable will never, ever, ever be famous. Ever. You need both for your charity work. The asshole rich guys who just give money so they can dodge taxes and the altruist. No. You don't need both. You need a system that taxes rich people appropriately and sends that funding to people who help those billionaires gain that wealth in the first place. Think about all the people that are employed by Mr. Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos did not become a billionaire without exploiting millions of people. That money doesn't belong to him. He exploited other people's labor. He said, oh, you? Yeah, you're the... To be clear, Amazon does make the majority of their money from Amazon Web Services. But for this context, for this conversation, like obviously the developers that work on that, they are still being exploited. But for this conversation, let's just talk about warehouses. Every single person that is employed at one of the packing warehouses, every single one, they get paid like $15 an hour. And for their services, Jeff Bezos makes like double that money off of them. There is a surplus value in the labor that is going in Jeff Bezos's pockets. And then we have to patiently wait and be like, well, Jeff, could you help us? So we made you all this money. Could you help us afford like dinner, please? And then we have to just let the billionaires decide. We should just tax them appropriately and redistribute the wealth to the people who actually generated the wealth in the first place. And that's like the sad part. It shouldn't be the responsibility of other human beings to take care of people who need help. It should be the job of the government to do that. Your government should serve you. You work and you pay taxes and you are a functioning member of society. The government has a responsibility to make sure that you can continue being a good, healthy, functioning member of society. That's not anyone else's job. It shouldn't be someone else's job that also has to work a job of a 9 to 5, that they have to find free time to be on their feet helping people. The government should just do that.
Because what he's doing is kind of like a cheat code. If you don't want to think about it from the perspective of him doing this out of like any kind of magnanimous act.
And yeah, I worked at an Amazon warehouse for a year. It feels dystopian being responsible for shipping out thousands or tens of thousands worth of product individually and making $18 an hour worth it. Someone in exactly, yeah. People should be mad at the fact that people like MrBeast need to exist, not the fact that he specifically exists. Yeah. I think someone in chat shared like a story talking about like that they worked at like some car manufacturing factory, and they were making a part and they were getting paid like $20 an hour, and in that hour they were generating like thousands of dollars of profit for their employer. Can you imagine? Your job is to build this part, to put this part together, and you're getting paid pennies and you're creating thousands. Like the piece that you're making is worth thousands of dollars and the materials are not worth thousands of dollars. Or like McDonald's is a great example. McDonald's generates how much profit? Profit McDonald's. What were their yearly profits last year? Revenue 5.9. Their most recent quarter, they earned almost $6 billion in revenue. I wish there was a profit here. I would have to see their like financial documents and see like their fucking sheets and stuff. Oh, here it is. Perfect. I found it. I don't know how trustworthy this site is. We're just going to have to hope that it is. Annual gross profit was $13 billion.
Feels like yesterday I joined.
Aw. Thank you, Dreamcatcher. Thank you for the 7 months. $13 billion and they can't afford to pay their workers a little bit more money? This happens to me. I make $24 an hour and I bring in like $4,000 to $5,000 an hour someday doing survey technician work. It takes me an hour to calibrate something that we charge 3.5 for. Oh, 3.5 fucking hours for. This crazy. That's insane. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. We can't pay people enough so that they can afford their fucking insulin in their 1-bedroom apartment. And they will never earn a savings account because some fucking CEOs and CFOs have to make the rest of the money. $13 billion in profit. That's crazy. You don't understand, bro. The McDonald's CEO, he needs his 10th yacht. Okay? I know that you need like housing or whatever and a savings account, but I need my 5th yacht more than that. I need my gold toilet. I'm sorry. It's just disgusting, you know? How would you tax the rich if they can just move countries? It doesn't seem very realistic how you would counter that. I think Amazon has their taxes in Ireland. That's not true. You can tax people. You do not, even if you move somewhere else, you don't renounce your citizenship. And you still have to pay taxes as a United States citizen. If you move, for anyone in chat who doesn't know, if you're an American and you have a U.S. citizenship and you go and move to like, I don't know, Thailand, you still have to pay taxes to the United States. It doesn't matter if you move. You have to renounce your citizenship to stop paying taxes. So you have to pay taxes in whatever country you're living in, and then you have to pay taxes because you're a U.S. citizen. So they still pay taxes. They would have to renounce their citizenship. Also, we can put bills into place that if you renounce your U.S. citizenship, we taxed you some amount of your money or your wealth. So anyways, yeah.
What he's doing is a cheat code, because the people that are recording and annoying fast food workers or drive-through employees for content are just making content that ends up, lining up their pockets. And MrBeast lines up his pockets as well. Do not misunderstand me. He's a very wealthy person, okay? However, what he has figured out now is that every single video in and of itself is a self-funding mechanism for the specific charity that he is highlighting. That's it. So those guys that record drive-through employees for content are not like also, taking the money out of the ad revenue that the video is generating and like putting it into like a 501c3 for H Bizzle's in the chat, by the way. DNC operative H Bizzle. Wasn't MrBeast canceled once upon a time for grooming or some shit? This drama hasn't entered my boomer Twitter feed. No, he has not. That is not a thing that has happened. Now, some of you might say he has figured out how to exploit philanthropy. My friend, literally, most philanthropies are more exploitative than this. You get that, right? A lot of 501c3s are completely broken. Yeah, H Bizzle is old and he works for the DNC. Do not get mad at H Bizzle. He's too busy, again, working for the DNC. What the fuck does he know about MrBeast? He probably thinks these are all the same YouTubers. But,
God, dude, I hate these people. These are, okay, chat, I'm going to tell you all something. Don't fucking do this. Okay, I try not to be angry on stream. I try to be a very positive place for stream. Listen, if you come into someone's stream, do not make blanket allegations about another content creator or anyone unless you're ready to post a fucking link about it. Okay, it's the most annoying thing you can do, to go into someone's chat and be like, actually, did you know that blah, 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 blah? You want a source? I don't have it. Stop it. Stop it. If you've done that, please change. Okay? Grow and change as a person.
Happy Friday. You look great.
Oh, thank you, SoCal Badfish. Thank you for the 8 months. Okay. All right, Let's get a little bit further into that. Also, post-leftism, thank you for the gift sub, by the way. Thank you. Onyx, thank you so much for the Prime for 8 months. Limbo, thank you for the 9 months. Brewis, thank you for the 3 months. I think that's everyone. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Relativistic, thank you for the 8 months.
He's like, what? What is that? What's his name? He fucked a cat or something? He's like, what's this MrBeast guy? And he calls himself MrBeast because he fucks cats, right? That's why he calls himself MrBeast, like he goes beast mode on cats. Mr. Best Buy.
Hey, Denims, didn't Hassan draw a giant opening on the side of cliff?
No, that's Shane Dawson.
And
I
ran
know,
through
that's
to
the
make
joke,
you just
chatter.
run into a wall. Just a blanket statement.
Shut the fuck up.
That was literally the joke. That was the joke in and of itself. Okay. That argument is basically saying doing good things is a double-edged sword. If you don't do it, you're evil. If you do it, you're also evil? Question mark? Exactly. Exactly. No, which is why I have said to other content creators time and time again to do good things regardless. They can publicize it if they want to. They don't have to publicize it if they don't want to. People are going to shit on them no matter what. They're shitting on them not because they hate the fucking individual actions that they're engaging in, but they're shitting on them because It is yet another gross demonstration of wealth inequality that is like being thrown into their fucking faces because they're on Twitter constantly and seeing that shit and they're getting frustrated by it. Real movers and shakers are not on Twitter, except for Elon Musk, I guess. Okay? I mean, guys, this community raised $1.4, $1.5 million for the Turkey, Syria charities to help in the recovery and relief efforts in the aftermath of the earthquake. And, you know, I have obviously a personal involvement in this matter. You know, I'm Turkish. I myself have experienced a massive earthquake in Istanbul when I was young in '99. And yet, even after all of that, people were still saying, oh, dude, you're fucking doing this for nefarious reasons, or, you know, you're a bad person regardless.
Dude,
or
this shit drives me crazy when people come into chat and they're like, you're a fake leftist. You're actually a fake leftist. You're a fake this, fake that. I'm like, dog. Okay. So let me get this straight. Me being a non-white, non-straight, non-male person that advocates for policies that help those groups is me being fake? So just let me get this straight. I am a grifter because I want policies that would help me. Because I want policies that help poor people, that help women, that help minorities, that help queer people. What? Huh? What? That doesn't even make any sense. That doesn't even make any sense. Oh, gosh.
it's a scam. Okay? For the most part, ultimately, his work revolves around making videos like this, but then the videos themselves also generate ad revenue, and then the ad revenue, as far as I understand, goes back to funding the philanthropy that is inside of the video. Get it?
MrBeast made a video about giving 20,000 kids in South Africa their first pair of shoes.
For hundreds of thousands of kids in South Africa, the only thing standing between them and an education is a simple pair of shoes.
So he got them pairs of shoes. Good is good. We can say it's good. I'm glad that these kids have shoes. I would not want them to not have shoes. Good that they have shoes. But people on Twitter were a little bit upset about this. People praising things like this, good guy MrBeast, ignore the reality that he makes a profit from these types of videos. This isn't really charity. To which MrBeast replies, no hate, you probably haven't seen the channel, but it actually is a charity, and I obviously don't profit from it. 100% of all the revenue from Beast Philanthropy goes towards running my food banks and helping ease human suffering. And since inception, I've donated or personally put in millions of dollars to Beast Philanthropy. That's the whole point.
The funniest part about it is that, how does he fund his philanthropy? By making these videos. But the funniest part about it is that this is literally what Twitter leftists that yell at MrBeast want me to do as well. Like, they're like, dude, why don't you just, like, set up your own 501c3? Well, it turns out even if I fucking do that, you're still going to chirp, you dickhead. No, that's literally it. What he is doing, what MrBeast is doing, is exactly what every fucking crusty Twitter anarchist wants me to do. The difference is making a video about it. Hey, dumbass, how is there going to be a funding mechanism for it? That's the whole point. Yeah, the video itself is funding the philanthropy. Oh my God, you don't understand it. Holy fuck. Like, you think magically, like, there's supposed to be wealth creation happening for magic? Even if he didn't make the video, he would have to go to rich people and ask them to give money to his 501c3, right? Do you understand? Lack of leftists on their health site. I mean, yeah, it's. Didn't we just watch a video about how philanthropic organizations launder reputations of money? I don't know or care how Beast Philanthropy handles their money. Maybe it's perfect. I still hate philanthropy as a concept. Doesn't matter. I understand as a leftist that philanthropies and the existence of philanthropies implies that there is systemic failure. Okay, that's it. Because every single thing that the philanthropies seek to fix are problems created by our capitalist system not plugging the holes, our government not doing the work it's supposed to. Angles on philanthropy. The English bourgeoisie is charitable out of self-interest. It gives nothing outright, but regards its gifts as a business matter, makes a bargain with the poor, saying, if I spend this much upon benevolent institutions, I thereby purchase the right to not be troubled any further.
Yeah.
And you are bound thereby to stay in your dusky holes and not to irritate my tender nerves by exposing your misery. True.
Yeah, do you know what it is? I don't even care about MrBeast. I just don't like the MrBeast simps. I don't like the people who run to his aid for everything all the time. They're just so annoying. The ones who are like, he donated money. Okay. So we can't criticize him anymore just because he donated. We can still criticize him or criticize the system that he operates in. I can still criticize the fact that his thumbnails are like not good. His thumbnails are they're so poor farming. I really don't like them. But why can't we just, I feel like we should be able to criticize someone even if you can donate money. It's like the same thing with like the people who defend train wrecks. Like the people who are like, actually Trainwrecks donates money to people. Did you know that? It's like, I don't care that he donates money. What? You don't get to just donate money and then you don't get to be criticized anymore. That's weird, man. That's weird. Yeah, I'm undecided on the fact that MrBeast is a Musk simp, I don't know. Anyways, guys. Okay, so I was just checking if there was any other like new take or anything. It doesn't seem like it. Seems like it's more or less like the same sort of stuff, which makes sense. Oh, guys. All right. Literal hush money? Yeah, no. It's the way that people treat it, the way that the fans treat it, they treat it like it's literally hush money. All right, guys. I am going to end the stream a little bit early today.